Check 1 2. All right. Mic check. All right. Quick stream. 1 hour. Playing some of my songs that I'm working on. Hope you like. Hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, follow. All that. Please and thank you. I will be playing my music right now. But first, I gotta make sure all my streams are live and working. It's just gonna be a quick stream test. Gotta stream on TikTok, which I can't do at the same time with all the other stuff. So that's why it's gonna be a short stream. Hope you like, hope you enjoy. Lurkers welcome. Meaning you just watch and listen. You don't have to chat. No, just 1 hour stream, quick stream test, really. See who's out there, who's willing to hang out with me, say hi, hit the like, that type of thing, you know? Just doing tests, just doing tests, just doing tests. I've been doing tests all year. So I still have a lot of tests to do. On top of that, learn how to be a DJ, how to use I guess a DJ controller. The DDJ Rev 7. I'm learning that, and to mix my songs together, I guess, if that makes sense. But also I am producing a lot of music right now, so I can't always stream because I have to like practice offline, if that makes sense, and study and fix issues on the stream as I develop my production throughout the years. So now you have a glimpse of seeing kind of me documenting my I don't know, what you call this, my progress, my ascension, so that people can go back and see years later Genesis, which happens to be the title of this song. I'm gonna play it back. Here we go. Genesis 2.0.
With a set of long hours, a slow landslide of breath path across the white expanse, moving like shadows through the dust of afternoon. The quiet violence of a clock that ceased to tick. Your fingers tracing the map of my old stars, turning the skin into a prayer for the blind. This is the only truth the body knows to count. The holy collision where the spirit starts to crack. We are the first
I don't want y'all to see what I'm doing.
And the rising tide, stripped of the names they gave us at the gate. A fever dream that localizes in the blood.
So give me a quick 1 hour stream. I'm already tired. But I had to do this test, you know what I mean? I had to do this test.
The light is peeling back the paint upon the wall. Gravity is just a theory we are disproving now. No talk of forever, just the immediate sting. The way the pulse dictates the shape of the room. Everything else is a rumor from a distance.
Doing good out there.
While we are here becoming a single knot of heat. The silence is a weight we carry together until the friction sets the oxygen on fire. One sharp intake of the world passing by. This is the only truth the body knows to tell. The holy collision where the spirit starts to track. We are the thirst and the well and the rising tide. Stripped
Double
of
check,
the
make sure my
names
streams
they
are good.
gave us at the gate. A fever dream that localizes in the blood.
YouTube is good to go. Check 1 2. I check 1 2 for Twitch.
Ross and one kicks the middle door down. The screen flickers in a vacant town. Chat scrolling fast like a digital vein. Looking for the hugs in a world of rain. Mama saw the shadow leaning near. A girl behind you whispering fear. Raise your ya to the ceiling beam. Waking up the ghost inside the machine. K-pop demon hunters on a neon spree. Slay the illusions that you want to be. Raise your ya through static haze. Lost in the glow of the streaming maze. K-pop demon hunters cutting through the lie. Slay the reflections in a frantic eye. Lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Hyperpigmentation on a plastic face. Rage baiting cycles in a hollow space. Gifted selves remaining like synthetic gold. Stories of the bored and the uncontrolled. Lit, burning in the wide dark. That is wild, screaming for a single spark. Flex up high until the mirrors crack. Show off the scars that you can't take back.
I'm trying to press play on Facebook, but it's not even
Slay the illusions that want to be. Lays your ya through a static haze. Lost the glow of the streaming maze. K-pop demon hunters cutting through the lie. Slay the reflections in a frantic eye. Lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Ross and one counting every pulse. Nothing is real but the sharpened pulse. Slices up the power in a jagged line. Show off the glitch in the grand design. Where are the HUDs when the signal dies? Searching for the truth in the scripted cries. K-pop demon hunters over neon spree. Slay the illusions that you want to be. Raise your ya through the static haze. Lost in the glow of the streaming maze. K-pop demon hunters cutting through the lie. Slays the reflection to the frantic eye. Lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Hyperpigmentation blurring out the frame. Rage baiting addicts to a curated name. Gifted subs buying up a moment of grace. Lit across the nameless place. That is wild how the hunter becomes the prey. Slay the routine of a pixelated day. Mama warns the spirit, but the spirit stays. Lost in the rhythm of the yaya that craze.
I think it's working.
Lit across the nameless place. That is wild how the hunter becomes the prey. Slay the routine of a pixelated day. Mama warns the spirit, but the spirit stays. Lost in the rhythm of the yaya craze. The girl behind you ever shots a nameless place. The endless prayer reaching for time phone you do yes. Hey, quad, demon hunter going through the lie. Limo, slay the reflections in a frantic eye. Nigga, lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Plate on the table, yeah, it tastes good. Bustin' like a fever through the neighborhood. You did a good job, so gon' pop off. Cut the rhythm at the ceiling, drop off. Frat guy leaning by the door frame. Total chat playing at a board game. Watch the way the motion starts to shift. Catching every spirit in the drift. I am a flirt, call me the Rizzler. Sharp edge cutting like a chiseler. Boys being weird, call it gooning in the dark. Girls being weird, preppy shadows in the park. Doing a good job, yeah. I am cooking now. Heat under the middle, and I am looking now. Feels like something else. It is giving pure post proof that we are living. Hot mess dancing in a bra. Wildest sight that you ever saw. Is giving what it needs to give. True soul way we choose to live. Pop off, let the engine run. Cooking till the night is done. Busting through the veins of the city street. Chatters counting rhythms to a heavy beat. Preppy energy in a tangled line. Gleaning through the hours losing track of time. Whistler in the corner with the velvet tongue. Songs for the restless and the very young. Pop off if you feel the pressure rise. Look at all the magic in the stranger's eyes. I am a flood, call me the Rizzler. Sharp edge cutting like a chiseler. Boys being weird, call it gooning in the dark. Girls being weird, preppy shadows in the park. Doing a good job, yeah, I am cracking now. Heat under the mellow, I am looking now. Feels like something else, it is giving. Pure pulse proof that we are living. Hot mess dancing in a bra. Wildest thing that you ever saw. It is giving what it needs to give. True soul way we choose to live. Pop off, let the engine run. Cooking working till the night is done.
Doing a good job, yeah. Cooking now. He's under the metal, and I'm cooking now. Wolf cough. Y'all know what a wolf cough is?
Someone hits the frequency, the challenge sparks new velocity. Asking
Cough through your nose.
Resides tonight. Shadows stuck in the pale blue light. Mama worried about the ghost behind the silhouette of a troubled mind. The silence breaks when the rhythm starts, tearing through the city and the hearts. Flex up and witness how the power grows. Show off the scars that the struggle shows. K-pop demon hunters on the prowl. Slay the nightmare with a heavy growl. The grid is shaking and the wires bleed, planting every chaotic little seed. We thrive inside the static and the heat, dancing to the pulse of a broken street. Raise your hands until they touch the sky. Yeah becomes the battle cry. Hyperbangation on the skin of fate, feeding on the hunger of the rage bait. Gifted subs raining like a digital storm, keeping all the lonely bodies warm. Lit, burning through the screen, the wildest sequence that you ever seen. Flex up and witness how the power grows. Show off the scars that the struggle shows. Faith pop demon hunters on the prowl.
Die, bro.
Slay the nightmare with a heavy growl. The grid is shaking and the leaders blue, planting every chaotic little seed. We thrive inside the static in the heat.
Fruit flies never die.
Pulse of a broken street. Mirror images of a hall of fame. Every username is just a game. Mama shouted, but the girl stayed near. The only thing we conquered was the fear. Yeah, echoing through the hall, waiting for the titans just to fall. Rage bait until the truth turns gray, counting down the hours of the day. Flex up and witness how the power goes. Show off the stars that the struggle shows. K-pop demon hunters on the prowl. Smable nightmare with a heavy growl.
Toast.
The grid is shady and the wires bleed, plenty of
Toast to another street.
We fly inside the static and the heat, dancing to the pulse of a broken
It's called
Gifted subs buying out the
Electric
soul, trying to maintain
melon.
some small control. Live
If you
till
know,
the
you
vision
know.
fades, moving through the
So
ultraviolet
good.
shades. That is wild how the hunted
I
turns,
recently
watching as the
discovered
ancient
this.
temple burns. K-pop demon hunters take the lead,
They're
fulfilling
apparently
every dark
popular
and desperate need.
back in the day.
Flex up and witness how the power
Not enough stories carry
grows.
this.
Show off the scars that the struggle shows.
Electric melon.
K-pop demon hunters on the
like
prowl.
pink
Slay
wine.
the nightmare with
Pink
the
watermelon
heavy
wine.
growl.
So good.
The wires bleed,
So good.
planting every chaotic little seed.
I don't
One thrive inside the static and the
I
heat,
don't like to promote
dancing to the
those
pulse of
things,
the
alcohol and smoking, but eventually I won't be doing that, so I don't want to sound like hypocritical or anything, but it's really good. It's doesn't get me drunk or anything. It has like a very watermelon rum flavor, but it's like a wine, I believe. It's like watermelon wine.
Eyes on the prize, no room for a slip. Every motion
It's
measured,
no
every
more than
single
like
grip. Focused on the vision,
13%
locked in the frame.
alcohol.
Ignoring the noise and the weight of the name. Let them listen in when the
It does give me
set.
headaches, though.
Steady hands
Oof.
reaching for the winning bet.
It doesn't give me drunk, but it gives me headaches.
In the palm of my hand.
So I gotta
Sending me the fragments of a shifting
be
land.
limited.
So relatable.
Tastes
it
good,
hurts
but-
when the truth cuts through.
I guess it's just the way my body reacts to things.
Funny how the
The environment that I'm in, and the food that I'm consuming. Very sensitive to all of those
bright, good
And the
energy
older I
moving
get,
through the dead of
the more
night.
sensitive I think I'm.
She stands at the corner with that pygmy
But at least
stare,
I know.
telling
At least
everybody
I
that
have
she
the
breathes
answers
different
that I
air,
always-
annoying how she pivots for a little bit of heat. Desperate for the
that I need.
validation
So
of every
now
single
it's
street.
kinda
A girl chasing shadows for a moment of fame, playing out a script in a
towards-
predictable game. Hard to keep a straight face when she starts to act, but the focus remains on hard cold fact. The
more
jack keeps
healthy
buzzing
environment.
in the palm of my hand,
Makes sense.
sending me the
Not trying to be
fragments of a
dramatic or
shifting
anything, it's just
land. So relatable, it hurts
state of
when
mind,
the
I guess.
truth cuts through.
Always trying to improve.
Extremely funny how the old feels new. It's giving me a feeling that I can't quite name. Reminds of the season when we play the same.
Till we get to where we need to go.
And the fire is bright, good energy moving
ultimately
through
make
the
it back
dead of
home.
night. Being confident is a silent kind of war. Walking through the portal of an open door. Main character, the energy taking up the space. No need to hurry,
Vacation
no
would be
need to
nice.
race. Everything else is just a blur in the back.
a
Staying
nice
on the rail of a golden
vacation.
track. Corvette picture is
1
strobe
week
by
off.
flash. Evidence of a
Just
temporary
sit on
social
the
crash.
beach.
A clip of a
Just-
second when the god fell down. Just a jagged pixel in a velvet gown. But the narrative
Just feel
belongs
the
to the
sun
one who
just
leads. Planning on the heavy and the holy seas. Filtering the static till the
re-energize
signal is
the soul.
clear. Nothing left to shadow, nothing left to fear.
Too long, I think like
The jack
3
keeps
years
buzzing
now.
in the palm of
I haven't
my
had a real vacation.
hand. Sending me the fragments of the shifting land.
Hopefully we'll see that.
So the later bullet hurts when the truth cuts
To Miami, and then or to an island. Oh,
It's giving funny how the
that'd be
old
so-
feels
that'd be
new.
so great.
It's giving me a feeling
clutch.
that I can't quite name.
Let's make a toast to that.
When we played the same.
to the beach.
Dancing the engine and the models bright. Go energy moving through the dead of night. The digital stream is
By
a
the way-
river of gold. Stories of the brave and the stories of the bold. Locked in
don't
the
think
cycle
people
where
know
the
this,
vision is
but
deep. Promises to deliver and promises to keep. Scanning through the
The
messages and
definition
finding the
of a
way.
Corvette
Every little piece and every little bit. Building up a tower from the
is
debris
a
of the bone.
highly
Locked in a cycle where the vision is deep.
maneuverable
Promises to deliver and promises to
warship
keep. Scanning through the messages and
with a
finding the way.
small
Every little
size
piece and every little bit. Building up a
warship.
tower from a debris of the day. Watching all the
Okay,
lesser
so
visions fade away. It's giving a vibe that the
The
world
Black
can't
Pearl
deny.
in
The
Pirates
minds
of the
of the heights where the
Caribbean. I
eagles
don't think it was a
fly.
Corvette.
Gas for the soul and the
But a
spirit
Corvette is like a
high.
mixture of
Good things coming under a wide
Corvette is French, right? It's like a French boat.
The jack keeps buzzing in the
And
palm of my hand.
Around the 17th, 18th century, Corvettes were the leading type of ships that pirates would use. They were small, highly
Extremely
maneuverable
sunny how the old
warships.
feels new.
That's what a
It's
Corvette
giving
is.
me a feeling that I can't quite name.
So a lot of
reminds of a
pirates
season
of the
when we played the
Caribbean
same.
had Corvettes.
Boss in the engine and the
Particularly
fire is bright. Good energy.
the pirates who spoke French in the Caribbean, and you already know that's Haiti.
It's giving
That's
something
Creole
real, it's
motherfuckers.
giving something deep. The promises we met are the ones we
Corvettes.
intend to keep. You're the Rizzler in the
Corvettes
hallway with the
is
charming
part of history.
gaze. A frat guy or a shiny
It's what
bit of
made
golden haze. When the world
America
gets
what it is
messy and
today.
the broad life feels insane. We find
the
a way
British
to navigate
Navy,
the static and the rain. Just
or
a
should I say
Chad
they-
in his
I don't know what to
prime,
call
doing a
them.
classic job, moving through the rhythm
then it
of
was
the
what,
local
England?
mob. The kitchen lights
But
are
it was all
glowing
about
while you
language
work your
and
magic.
about
Every movement steady, never looking
independence
tragic.
back then.
The flavor hits the
It was
palate
about
and it's simply
independence
buzzing.
of
You mastered every detail without any
a nation
fussing.
of color.
The way you handle
Basically,
business, bro, you really pop off.
the color you
A
identify
victory so
yourself in
heavy that the lid will
was the
drop
nation.
off. You're cooking up a
And that
storm
was
and
what the
everyone
revolution
is
was about.
staring.
But
The energy
somehow,
you're sending
in
is the
history,
soul of sharing.
the British
It's something real. It's something
and white
deep.
people basically
The
trick
promises
everybody
we made are the ones we
to make
intend
you
to
believe
keep.
that
You're the Rizzler in the hallway with that charming
a
date.
nation
A frat guy
is
or
part of
shiny
a land
golden case. When the world gets
rather
messy
than
and the
the
broad life feels
language that you
insane, we
speak
find a
or
way to navigate the static and
basically
the rain. Just a chat in his
defining the
prime, doing
definition
a
of
classic
nations
job,
based on
moving through the rhythm of the local mob.
the identity you associate with.
In
So
the
back then it
corner,
was about
booming
race.
round the clock.
Back
While
then
the
it was about
preppy
race.
girls are gathered in a
It's always
stylish
been about
flock.
race.
A little bit of weirdness adds a
Always
certain
been about
flavor
race. And what
to the
people
weary
are doing
moments
is
that we
basically
try to save.
not trying to talk about it.
You're a flirt by nature
Because
and
they
a
know-
legend by design.
they know
Walking on the edge of a very
is the
thin
key.
line.
The key to
But you keep on
overturning
cooking
things.
till the feast is ready.
So
Then all the poses and the heart gets steady.
talking about it,
It's giving something
what they
real.
don't
It's
want you
giving
to do.
something deep. The promises
about
we
race
made
and
are the
racism.
ones we intend to keep. You're the Rizzler
but
in the
humanity has to
highway
come
with
to
the
a
charming
point and acknowledge
gaze.
that
A fat guy over shining
It's a
through the
problem.
golden keys. When the world gets messy and the
Yeah, you
broad
really
life
can't-
is insane, we find a way to
elevate
navigate the
beyond
static and the rain. Just a chat
the
in his
mentality
palm,
of
doing a
race.
classic job, moving through the rhythm of the local mob.
we cannot.
It's
We are
giving
stuck.
something real, it's giving something deep.
Stuck.
The promises were made out of the three they came to
Sad.
keep. You're the Rizzler in the highway with the
Sad.
shining gaze.
That
A
so
fat
many people
guy
are stuck in the
overshining
same
through the
thing.
golden haze. When the world gets messy and the blah life feels
so
insane, we find a way to navigate the static and the rain. Just a chat in his prime, doing a classic job, moving through the rhythm of the
The
local
local
mob.
mob. Dun, 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 dun. The crowd mentality is the worst cancer humanity has ever had to endure. It's like a silent demon that never goes away.
A skibbity toilet haunting every dream.
Mentality of like laziness,
Hollow like a plastic shell in this digital
mentality of greed,
carousel.
mentality of jealousy, envy, all those rings,
without a sound.
those rings of fire that King Solomon talked about. Basic human emotions that people can't get past.
It's
fucking sad, bro. It's fucking sad.
Light a signal fire in the dark.
It's so fucking sad.
Truth upon the ground. 2 by chocolate melts without a sound. La Boo Boo dancing in a match of haze. Lost
Beach
inside
is
the
one of those like
algorithm
therapeutic
maze.
places for me. Like,
Where the huzz at,
just
searching
going
for
to
the
the beach,
spark.
like
Light a
walking
signal
on the
fire
beach,
in the dark.
the sand
Told me
and
there
the
is a
water,
girl behind
like
watching
war,
every shadow in your mind.
Oh my
Crazy
God, it's like
eye
the best.
until the ceiling breaks
That's
higher
why-
than the fever and the stakes.
That's why I have that
Beyond the
image,
screen and all
so
the
I can
hollow
kind of
noise
remind
buried
myself
underneath the broken toys. Hyperpigmentation on the skin of time.
where I
Rage
need
baiting
to
for a
be,
nickel and a
'cause this
dime.
code
The
is not
feet is
working.
hungry and the comments bleed.
Oh shit!
Sowing every frantic
Did y'all hear
bitter
that?
seed.
It's not like
The mirror cracks beneath the heavy glare.
Bottle.
Vapor hanging in the sterile air. Hawk to a spit, but truth upon the ground. Doomed our chocolate melts without a sound. La Boo Boo dancing in a match of haze.
this drink
Lost inside
reminds
the
me of
algorithmic
a vacation
maze.
in Miami.
Near the hug that's searching for the spark. Light a signal fire
It's like
in the dark.
it tastes like watermelon,
Spit the truth upon the ground.
with like a little bit
White
of
chocolate melts without a
little
sound.
bit of rum.
La Boo Boo dancing
It's like
in a
wine.
match
It's
of
watermelon wine.
haze. Lost inside the algorithmic maze. Where the hug that's searching for the spark. Light a signal fire in the dark.
Yeah, that's what my mind been
The
having.
truth upon the
Vacation.
ground. 2 by chocolate melts
Just
without a sound. La Boo Boo dancing
lay on a
in a
hot
match of
beach.
haze. Lost inside the
Get some color.
algorithmic maze.
I'm too light.
Where the huzz at, searching for the
I need to be
spark.
darker.
Light a
tan.
signal fire in the dark.
Tan color. color that I'm supposed to be if I was living in Haiti.
Static flickers through a grainy lens. 1920s, why didn't hide the fuse?
Golden
The projection stars where the logic ends. Tracing digital ghosts and vintage blues. 404 and on the screen. A hollow chest where the spirit used
take
to
a
be.
vacation.
Searching for the ghost in the big machine. A missing heartbeat in the sensory. Scan the code count of the physical frame. Identity is just a ledger of the skin.
Got a plan, otherwise it doesn't happen. But right,
While the system lets the silence in. Resistance is the only currency left to spend. Calculating worth by the bodies in the room. Waiting for the broken signals to
make content, gotta stream, gotta be here,
looming doom.
gotta be live.
Across the sea, a porcelain throne.
But I will get to IRL soon as well.
The beat of patch
IRL
for the muscle and bone. Iron weights where the bells once
remote
rung.
location or in
Lifting the void in a fluorescent gym.
real location. I forgot what IRL stands for. In remote location. Oh, in real life.
It's getting dim. But the upgrade always arrives too late.
So yeah, I'm gonna do
Lower than
IRL
the dust
streams,
in a shallow pan.
especially when I get my
Middle
Corvette
ground is
back.
sinking into the mud.
She's in the shop right now.
Mediocrity is the master plan.
Getting the clutch fixed, the whole clutch
Pumping
system.
dial up through the human blood.
She is due
It
for
is
a
worse than the
replacement.
center of the road.
She
A slide
is
to the grave
33
and the
years
dome.
old, 1993 Corvette.
Deciphering the secret of the binary code.
And I don't think the clutch has ever been
Inside the
replaced.
cameras of a synthetic skull.
36,000 miles.
Scan the code count of a physical frame. Identity is just a ledger of the skin.
Number 653
Validation playing a
out the
desperate
lot that
game
name. She's a
while the
corporate
system
fleet,
lets the
white
silence
on
Resistance is
like
the only
white
currency
leather.
left to spend.
black
Calculating worth by the body
carpet, I would say. Black carpet, but white interior, Arctic white exterior. Corporate fleet Corvette. It's not base model Corvette. Kinda rare because you never would have heard of a corporate fleet Corvette.
Latching the giants of the network fall.
Which is, I guess, a nickname that they gave to
404 in the depths of the eye. The body is a proof that the soul is gone. Under a wide and a pixelated sky.
I guess
Waiting for
corporate
a glitch in the
reasons.
coming dawn.
I'm guessing corporate fleet is like, kind of reminds me of a pace car. You know how they'll make a lot of Corvette pace cars that look the same. So I'm wondering if a corporate fleet, they all had all Arctic white, white interior, white exterior, looking like
The morning
the
bells tolls at Watson
Star
Warren,
Wars,
mechanical gears grind
like
beneath
a
the synthetic sun.
kind of stormtrooper.
Swallow the 9 to 5 crowd. Moving in silence while the iron pulse beats loud. Steel skeletons from
My
the
Corvette looks like a
horizon
stormtrooper,
line.
like a stormtrooper's
Clock till we outrun
personal
the sun.
car type of thing. It looks like a car that a stormtrooper would drive to work,
Are howling through the grid.
and then
Chasing the secrets that the city lights hid.
board
Chevy
a
gang rolling in a chrome
massive
parade.
spaceship to go
Breaking every
wherever.
promise that the factory made.
That's what they would drive, basically, a
On a
Corvette.
throne of gasoline,
Flying
the
Corvette.
wildest vision that this
Flying shuttle
asphalt
Corvette.
has seen. Blue collars stained by
That's what
the
the car
soot
reminds
and
me
the
of.
oil.
It's in
All pulling
1993,
the
so she
pavement
came
through
out
frozen
after
soil. Shift workers dreaming of
after
a
Star
different
Wars, like,
life.
yeah,
Sharp as the edge of a switching
after
blade
Star Wars.
knife. Blossom one is
1993.
burning in the rearview mirror. As the path to the border becomes
Yeah, right
a
after
bit
Star Wars.
clearer.
I would say
Corvette wolves are howling
87 might have been the first Star Wars.
Chasing secrets that the city lights hid.
And I would say by 1993, the trilogy would have been
breaking every promise that the factory made. Prince Eric reigns on a throne of gasoline, the wildest vision that this asphalt has seen. No more quotas.
That's what my Corvette is. She's a 1993 Arctic white exterior,
length of the mile.
white interior, white leather seat sports with black
washing
carpet.
away the rust and the heavy black rain.
6-speed manual,
The heavy metal thunder is the only
is
law we trust.
kind of rare.
Training the
Believe
golden
it or not, in the
kingdoms in the
Corvette,
clouds of
in the
dust.
C4 Corvette, a 6-speed.
Corvette wolves are howling through the grid. Chasing the secrets that
She
the
has an
city lights
LT1,
hid.
lactose threshold level 1 engine.
Breaking every promise that's the
That was the
factory
first of the
made.
LT1 series.
On a throne of
100 horsepower
gasoline,
by
the wildest
350
vision
torque.
that this asphalt has seen. Corvette wolves are howling through the grid.
She's so fun to drive. Like, she's not. Corvette is like, well, at least the C4 Corvettes. C4 is like to me the epitome of a Corvette because it has the
asphalt has seen.
the history of the previous generations, the legacy of the previous generation, but it also has the
Street lights flicker on a French
design respect
found a logic in the rhythm of a vacant hallway.
made all the other
later
later generations, you know what I mean?
To the gym just to regain
Like a
some
C4
control. The weight's
was definitely
heavy,
like a pivotal
but the
point
spirit
for,
feels
I guess,
light. Chasing silhouettes against the fading of the
Chevrolet
night. Worse
Corvette
than
engineers
it is sinking
during that time.
in the mud. A hollow fever flowing through the tired blood.
they had to make something really good, but really cheap, if that makes sense. And that was kind of like, at the same time, it's a blessing and a curse. It's just how the world works. Like, people want to pay for stuff that's expensive, even though it'll break down. Corvette engineers did the opposite. They decided something that was like damn near perfect as far as like engineering in a small size car, you know what I mean? The handling of a Corvette just it beats everybody. Yes, even Ferrari and all those other cars. Like, you can't perform the same way in a Corvette that other cars pretend to perform. Like, it just looks like all those fancy luxury cars, those just looks. If you're gonna do a turn in these streets, in your car, your hypercars that are gonna handle a turn. But a Corvette is it's a factory-made, street-legal hypercar. Like amazing handling. The only downfall of a Corvette is potholes on the street, bad streets. You know, the streets are not made for Corvettes. Corvettes are made for flat racetracks. Because the tires, the balancing, everything is based on flat surface. Flat, non-slippery surface. So that's an impossible situation unless it's like a racetrack. Not the roads that we have in America, or even certain parts of America. Maybe certain highways that have like really long strips, maybe out west or west coast or central. You know, those big states, it's like long roads or whatever. Those will be good for Corvettes. But if in the city, being on first gear, that's why I had to change my cut so much, because I did a few parades and just constantly being on first gear was just like, oh, so it's crucially painful.
The cash is clear, but the static stays.
That's why this UR1X has like an electrical motor. It just kind of like, you can use that to just cruise basically on the electric motor.
In the shallow grave.
Going on first gear and then stopping, it's like a parade is like
worse than the worst in a
it's like bumper to bumper traffic moving real slow. It's like, oh my
is the only spur.
So as soon as you put it on first gear, it'll the torque will pick up, and then immediately you have to like release it because you might hit the car in front of you. So I hate doing parades with my Corvette just for that reason, because the first gear will just get abused all day. So
Beta patches fixing up the gym.
when I do car shows, I prefer to have it parked rather than parades rolling through. They're fun and all, but that clutch just gets abused, so I'm trying to not do that as much. So yeah, hope I can get it back. The snow's crazy on the roads right now, so I'm hoping I can get it back next week when the snow goes down or something like that, basically.
The buying and the pole is the ivory spur. Muddy waters in the optical fiber. A data leech and a cold survivor. Calibration of the physical form. Weathering a silicon lightning storm. Proof of life and calculated boast. Counting up the shadows of a digital host. Beta patches fixing up the gym. Stretching out the logic on a whim. French bitty flowing down the drain.
Vacation.
Beta water washing out the brain. You know
On the beach will be so clutch right now. It's so bad just to lay on the beach. That's my therapy.
Worse than the worst, can I hide that blood? Where it goes is the only spur. I saw you standing by the garden gate, a pooky soul in this heavy state. The morning light begins to bend and sway, but you look good in a Sigma way. Don't tell me that it's all just cap. I'm caught inside this delulu trap. Your wrist is blooming like a red rose.
A little bit more. I cut it last week with a little bit, but I do a better even job.
And there ain't no turning back. I heard the stories that the shadows tell about a skibidi world where the spirits fell. It's bad news written on a broken wall, while the winter wind begins to crawl. Don't tell me that it's all just cap. I'm caught inside this delulu trap. Your ribbon blooming like a wild rose. Where the river of the delusion flows.
I was saying the beach is like so,
and there ain't no turning back.
So
I see you mugging every ghost in town.
he's so clutch right now, especially in this cold winter. Like I love being on the beach.
In the sky as the silver moon begins to sigh. You're
Nice hot
looking
beach.
better than the rest of them. A polished stone, a hidden gem. The truth is hidden
Nice hot beach
in
with
a
the
suit of gold. While the
water
ancient
splashing
tales
like
are
this. Hold
being
on, check the sound effects.
retold. Don't tell me that it's all just
Okay.
I'm sure it's a bit
That's me laying on the beach. Barely hearing music.
of the delusional souls.
And all I hear is the waves just crashing.
This dummy jack. And there are no children.
That's what I need right now.
But Sigma path is a carrying such a heavy load. But Pookie stays within my sight. Don't tell me that it's all just
Ooh, the music is so loud. Just you kind of almost smell it. You can kind of almost smell the air. I smell like it's right in my nose. But if I concentrate enough, I can almost be there. Let's go to Miami Beach. I can feel the wind in my face, by my ears. I hear people in the distance just almost feel like there's something. Distance, you hear the cars too. Look at the clouds. Going down my back road, I'm just kind of moving up, being a sense of let's say not directly above, but I kind of 60-degree angle looking out. Just kind of like see the clouds and stuff like that. Just chill. That's what I need. I just put the make it back.
Simple in the fabric, but priceless in the feel. walking with the confidence that makes the fake real.
That's my therapy. That's why I have that image to remind me.
Then deletion is the master key of being free.
To remind me that I need a vacation. To remind myself that's where I need to be. I need to be on the island.
The monorails form a jagged line.
The water
a
that color.
Truth that feels divine. The middle ground is where the shadows fade. I like the balance that the craft has made. No flashing lights to catch a passing eye. Just steady weight beneath a heavy sky. The Lulu is the soul Lulu, they say. When logic only gets in someone's way. A grand illusion is the master key to unlock doors that no one else can see. It might be funny till the walls come down, but overconfidence can wear the crown. A quiet luxury in every scene, the understated power of a dream. No labels shouting from the velvet folds, just secret stories that the fabric holds. It costs a fortune just to look this plain, a silent victory inside the rain. The Lulu is the soul Lulu, they say. When logic only gets in someone's way. A grand illusion is the master key to unlock doors that no one else can see. It might be funny till the walls come down, but overconfidence can wear the crown. I need to touch base for a fleeting beat before the asphalt burns beneath my feet. I sure check in to see if you are there. A momentary breath of sudden air, away from those who lead the light away and turn the golden hours into gray. An energy trainer stands beside the gate, injecting bitterness into a state. They spread the coldness like a winter mist, a list of grievances within their fists. I keep my distance from the hollow sound and keep my vision on the higher ground. The Lulu is the soul Lulu, they say. When logic only gets in someone's way. A grand illusion is the master key to unlock doors that no one else can see. It might be funny till the walls come down, but overconfidence can wear the crown. Someone say, does particles dance in the pale early light? Stiff collars button for the 9-to-5 grind, leaving the dreams of the restless behind. Steel beams and blueprints under a heavy gray sky. The clock on the wall tells us so much of a lie. We trade our endurance for a paycheck and ink, with barely a second to pause or to think. Prince Emery lies on a throne made of glass, watching the seasons and shadows all pass. He rules over corners where the wild things run, beneath the cold glare of a mechanical sun. The kingdom is shifting through gears and through bone, a monarch of highways who sits all alone. We follow the tracks where the heavy tires tread, fueling the fire until the horizon turns red. Corvette wolves are prowling the edge of the street, where the asphalt is baking in shimmering heat. They hunger for asphalt and the open expanse, giving the bored and the broken a chance. But the Chevy gang gathers down by the old pier, where the engines are loud and the vision is clear. Chrome reflects secrets that the company keeps, while the rest of the city so quietly
Sorry, I have a
sleeps.
habit of just constantly cleaning my turntable
Watching the
cover.
seasons and shadows all blast. He rules over rulers where wild things run, beneath the cold glare of a mechanical sun.
See this?
The kingdom is shifting through years and through bone, a monarch of highways who sits all alone. We follow the tracks where the heavy tires tread, feet under fire until the horizon turns red. The Rostam one gate swing wide and swing fast, swallowing ghosts of a hard-working past. The 9-to-5 cycle is a loop in the brain, searching for shelter in the thick of the rain. But the Corvette wolves don't care for the storm. Their predatory pulse keeps the cold nights warm. They holler the sirens on the flickering signs, crossing the borders and the dividing lines. Prince Emily Bible, made of glass, matching the seasons and shadows all pass. Keep goals on the planet where the wild those win, beneath the cold glare of a mechanical sun. The kingdom is shifting to keep us in the bone.
I trim tomorrow.
A model of fighters who sits all alone. We follow the tracks where the heavy tires tread, fueling the fire until the horizons and dread. Chevy gang rallies with a thundering roar, pushing the pedal to the crack cabin floor. They remember the name of the sovereign of old, whose story was etched in the copper and gold. Prince Emily calls from the top of the hill, where the air is electric and the water is still. The struggle for power is a beautiful mess in a world that demands neither more nor less. Prince Emily wise on a throne made of glass, walks when the seasons and shadows all pass. He rolls on the corners when the wild things run, beneath the cold glare of a mechanical sun. Kingdom is shifting through years and through bone, a monarch of highways who sits all alone. We follow the tracks where the heavy tires tread. Golden skin and a heart made of fire, dragging the world through the mud of desire.
It's another devil song.
It's a story that was never told, turning the iron on the sidewalk into gold.
I guess I could keep it for myself, but I'm not a singer, so I would hate for me to striking a match in the middle of the rain. God forbid it blows up, that's great, but if I had to perform a song that I can't sing, that would suck, right?
Walking down the boulevard where the heavy sun pulls low, she moves like a high tide, coming in slow.
Just a
A
demo.
silhouette cut out of a magazine dream, tearing through the edges of a silent movie
One of
scene.
those songs that you just make
There
and
is a look in her eyes that could start a
never really
fever,
intended to
turning every skeptic into
released.
a believer.
somehow
No need
people
for
like
a
it.
crown or a throne to sit upon. She owns the daylight until the
It seems
night
like
is gone.
when I watch
Golden skin
producers in interviews talk about that one song that made them break through or whatever,
Every emotion is a story
they always
that
like,
was never told. Turning the
I never thought that song would be good. I hated it.
She
That's how I feel
is
about
the
some of
spark
my music.
and the gasoline flame,
Like this song,
writing on the
particularly.
walls in a spoken name.
It's very catchy. It's very like,
in the middle of the rain.
it's not me per se. I don't
and
really
ignoring the pain.
know how to sing.
Frozen like statues
if I
in
actually
the park,
practice this
watching
song,
her
I might
presence
get to
cut
actually
path
learn it
to the dark.
and perform
It
it.
is more than the curve or the sway of her hips. It is the sharp edge of
Oh
truth
shit, it's already 1 hour.
sitting on her lips. She does not ask for the space she takes up.
Alright, I'm gonna play another song like this.
Nectar from a broken cup.
And then
A force of nature in a silk woven dress.
it was just a quick stream test. Let's see.
Golden
What's
school
up there?
and a heart made of fire. Treading
Someone's
the
paying
world
attention.
in the mud of desire. Every
Not a lot of people are paying
is a
attention.
story that was never told.
That's fine.
Turning the iron on the
That's
sidewalk
fine.
in the cold. She is the spark and the gasoline flame. Right on the walls in spoken name.
Building a
Striking
community,
a match
it takes
in the
time,
middle of the rain.
especially for streaming, because there's already other people, a million other people already doing it. And as a newcomer, people just like, ain't got time for that. But the sad part is they'll be back. They'll jump on a bandwagon once it's popping.
Every motion is a
And then,
story that was never told, turning the iron of the sidewalk into gold.
Yes. Better
She
late
is
than
the
never, right?
spark and the gasoline flame,
Can't be mad
right
at
on
people.
the walls, an unspoken name.
Everybody is their
A
own
match in the
character.
middle of the rain, taking the pleasure and ignoring the pain. Walking down
is
the boulevard with the heavy sun pulls low. She moves like a high tide coming in slow.
The difference between your story and mine is
tearing through the edges of a silent movie scene. There is a look in her eyes
whoever is
that can start
better
a
at
fever, turning
convincing
every
other
skeptic
people.
into a believer. No need for a crown or a
That's what it
throne
is.
to sit upon. She owns the daylight until the night is
Suggestion.
gone. Golden skin and a heart made of fire, dragging the world through the mud of desire. Every motion is a story that was never told.
Undeniable things get denied all the time.
She is the spark that a gasoline
All the
flame riding off the walls. And that's
That's how. That's how a diamond in the rough gets polished by all those little friction.
Men stand frozen like statues in the park,
Eventually.
watching her presence cut a path through the dark. It is more than a curve or the sway of her hips.
gonna be a
It is the
polished
sharp edge of
diamond.
truth sitting on her lips. She does not ask for the space she takes up, drinking the nectar
Keep
from a broken
rubbing.
cup. A force of nature in a
rubbing.
silk woven dress, solving the riddle of a beautiful mess.
Rubbing a good way, rubbing a bad way.
And a heart made of fire, dragging the world through the mud of desire. Every notion is a story that was
We
never
polish.
told, turning the iron of the sidewalk into gold. She
Cheers to that.
spark and the
Pink wine, watermelon wine.
on the walls and an unspoken name. Striking a match in the middle of the rain.
That's what it's about, just keep pushing.
Ignoring the pain.
Everybody's their own main character. Can't really convince anybody to be something else, right? But eventually, they're gonna have to jump on a bandwagon, or you're gonna have to jump on theirs. And sometimes it's a mutual benefit.
I pull up to the venue just to attend the show. My vision stays sharp so the focus can grow. I am locked in tight while the world
That up there.
turns slow. No time for the noise or the status quo. The door swings wide as I step in the light. Everything's settled and the vibe is right. pick me, but she acts so strange. An annoying girl seeking
for
a
sale.
little change. Sending me a chat with a digital flair. So relatable when the truth is bare. Extremely funny how she plays the part. It is giving soul and it is giving art. Reminds me of a scene from a silver screen. The finest
sound. I don't know.
that I have ever seen.
This is kind of my
Good
sound. I don't.
intentions in a crowded space, leaving a mark that time cannot erase. Being confident is the only way to be.
It may sound like somebody else,
I see a bad picture flowing
not
through the
intentional.
feed. Just a
But I
broken
kinda have
clip
like
that I
a
do not need. Delete the frame and
dark
I restart the
808
pace
hip-hop.
with a steady hand and a calm face.
Kind of like
She says pick
pirate,
me, but
wolf,
she acts so
vampire
strange.
type of vibe going.
Annoying girl seeking a little change.
I don't know how to describe it. I'm not
With a digital flair. So relatable.
I'm not into
when the
those.
truth is bad. Extremely funny how she plays the part. It is giving soul
I
and
haven't
it
really
is giving art. The messages fly through the
deep
cold
dive
night
into
air.
those type of
A heavy spirit with a lot to
mythologies,
spare.
I have
It is
my own.
giving grace under all the weight. Never
definition
staying
of
early,
reasoning.
never showing up late. She says pick me, but she acts
But I
so
like all
strange.
types of music, and I
An
make all types of
annoying
music.
girl seeking
But
a little tone.
I had to make a
Sending
choice
me
to
a chat with a digital flair.
define
So relatable
my
when the
personal
truth
music,
is there.
if that makes sense. And I don't want
Extremely funny how she plays the
I don't want
part.
to sound like anybody
It is
else. I don't
giving
listen to
soul,
other people.
and it is giving bar. She says pick
I
me,
do
but
study
she
music,
acts so
if that makes
stoned.
sense.
An annoying girl seeking a
Without
little
trying to
change.
basically
Sending me a chat with a digital
copy other
flair.
people.
So relatable when the truth
But at
is
the same
bare.
time, you gotta
Extremely funny
say if
how
I was
she
a
plays the part. It is
musician,
giving
guitar
soul,
player,
and it is giving art.
and I like a certain artist, and I learn certain songs. Am I trying to be that artist? No, not necessarily. I'm just I'm being inspired, and at the same time, I'm developing my own skills by doing
Truth is bare. Extremely
rehearsals
funny
of
how
something
she
that I
plays
do
the
enjoy
part.
listening to. So I try to develop my own sound
Pull up to the curb in a
without
Tennessee.
knowing what type of sound it is.
Focused on the
I
vision,
can't really
staying sharp
define
and
it.
clean.
It's like several things at once.
Locked in the moment
Which
while
I'm-
the world turns loud.
Totally fine with that
Standing separate from the mindless crowd.
because it
No
keeps me
distractions in the periphery, just the drive and the inner clarity.
it keeps me on
It is
like a constant
giving
creative.
everything you ever lacked. Reminds me
Not
of a
avoid,
promise
but
kept
An
intact.
unknown that
Pure gas fueling up the heavy drive.
I don't know what I'm gonna be
Feeling so
inspired
good just to
by.
stay alive.
That's a good thing.
Being confident in the skin I wear.
If you're like writing songs, sometimes you have writer's block or producer, you might have like
Pick me girls trying hard for the view.
production blocks or whatever you want to call it.
Annoying how they mimic everything we do.
You just don't get inspired to
Chatting in the background, sending me the links.
or worse, you keep making the same type of
Relatable
music.
stories while the spirit sinks.
find that so
funny how the
boring.
ego plays in a crowded room of 1,000 ways. Either giving everything
At the same time, you need your own sound for people
Reminds
to
me
recognize you.
of a promise kept
That makes
intact.
sense.
Pure gas fueling up the
That has
heavy
always been my
drive.
problem is that
Feeling so good just to stay
I tend to
alive.
do too many things
Being
at
confident
once.
in the skill I wear.
So just focusing on
Main
one
character
thing,
energy filling up the air. Bad pictures captured in a broken light.
monetizing
A clip
that,
of a struggle in the middle of the night.
branching off to something else.
Brains
I just
frozen in a
enjoy
digital
doing
haze. Lost in the
other
static of
things
the
in
passing
music,
days. But the
different
focus
styles of
never shifts
music.
from the goal. Keeping the fire deep inside the soul.
Because I think
The chat
eventually
fades to a
somebody's
distant
gonna
hum.
listen to it.
Waiting for the
I'll be like,
greatness
hey.
yet to come. Unilateral fragments of a life on screen, finding the truth in what lies between. Locked in tight till the pressure breaks, giving the world all the strength it takes.
Emails
Everything you ever lied.
from sponsors and partners and stuff like that. See if but
feeling so good just to stay alive. Being confident in the skin I wear. My character aching, filling up the air. It is given everything you ever lacked. Reminds me of a promise kept intact. Pure gas fueling up the heady drive.
So I'm just trying to be careful.
Just to stay alive. Being confident in the skin I wear.
Seeing both ways I associate myself with.
Up the air. It is given everything you ever lacked.
So I'm really just taking my time, but at the same time just
promise kept intact.
putting the word out there. The type of music that I
Heavy
do.
drive. Feeling so good just to
Those
stay
interested
alive.
in listening.
Being confident in the skin I wear.
It's not for everybody. This channel is not for everybody. So I hope to get my point across as far as the type of music that I'm doing. I barely have any swears,
Street feeling so good.
so
Standing tall like a Sigma should.
I'm trying to have a sound that's like non-offensive, but like mysterious and interesting at the same time.
You call it delusional, but I am just Delulu. I got that romantic touch, they call it Riz too. No more saying not true, because that is cap. I am the greatest ever, the GOAT on the map. Watch you move with that heavy yacht.
The
Looking
streaming,
better than the rest in every spot.
to be a
I
streamer,
am mugging everyone who stands in my way.
to sit at a
With
desk
my
like this,
pookie by my side through the day.
and to wait for people to
Call it
interact with us is
delusional, but
so.
I am just a Lulu. I got that romantic touch, they call it Riz too.
So,
Saying not
how
true,
can I say
because
this?
that is cap. I am the greatest ever, they go on a
So
map.
enduring because you know you have to do this process of like just standing in front of the camera, just talking to nobody basically. And from time to time, it's like one or two people that might hear the message.
Changing the game
But
with the point of view.
how many hours
From the shadows to the golden light.
does a streamer have to
Everything we
endure
touch is burning bright.
to get to that point where
You call it delusional, but I am just Delulu. I got that romantic touch, they call it Riz too.
10 people in the world who actually cares about
I am the greatest ever,
you
the GOAT on the map.
live streaming and showing up and making content?
But I am just Delulu.
You know,
I got that romantic
so many
touch,
people
they
do
call
it.
Riz too.
So many people attempt, and
Because that is cap. I am the
it takes
greatest ever,
years
the
for
GOAT
that
on the
point
map.
to grow a channel, let alone on several channels, you know what I mean? So this was one of those things that I finally put my head into. Let's get locked in. Making music and streaming. I just find it interesting. But sitting like this, like,
Someone kicks the pulse into the
can't do
room.
much
Scream coming when
because
a chest starts to bloom. Every
I
line you're
love
selling
this
me
scene.
hits the vein. Real
I love
double
tonight.
figure dropping me some
Video
insane.
games
Extremely
and
funny how
play
we lose the
music
night.
and stream.
Punchlines in the pale blue light. Oxygen
But I just
burning like it's pure
can't
gas.
limit it.
Watching every single second
So,
pass. Walking with the main character today. No
during
script needed for
off
the
time,
roles we play. Snap the
I'm
back
kinda
pictures to
like
feel the rush. Cut the
producing
highlights
and
in the
practicing
static hush.
or whatever.
You said same and I felt the
So
twin
I'm trying
soul.
to
Broken parts
brainstorm
making up
ideas
a brand
that
new
I can do during
whole.
my stream,
Soft flex
like
showing
topic of the
off
day
the
is
way we live.
topics
more
of the
than
day,
anything
or
the
one
world
topic
can
of the day.
give. Hard pass on the hollow and the fake.
I'll just probably stay for like a short time, like a 2-hour stream between 8 and 9 p.m. local time, Eastern.
Never looking for the less or more.
And
You said same and I
do
felt
like a daily
the
just
twin
chatting.
soul. Broken parts making up a brand new whole. Soft flex showing off the way we live. More than anything the world can give. Hard pass on the hollow and the fake.
Those long hours, those 10-hour streams, I can do them, but it's so draining. I don't want to be burnt out before I even actually really start.
Static on the wire, but the signal is clear. Decoding the secrets that we hold dear. The frequency hums with the heavy weight. No time for the shadows or debate. 1,000 messages scrolling on by, reflecting the spark in a digital eye. We found the frequency, we found the lane, breaking the cycle and shedding the chain. Walking like the main carry for the day.
We're
No
also
script
doing
needed,
demos
toward the
to
ropes
see
in play.
what
Snap the bad picture just to
songs
feel the
people
rush. Put
most.
the highlights in the static hush. You said same and I
But those type of feedbacks are gonna come much later. I mean,
broken parts making up the
we're not there yet. Right now, I just have to keep putting out music, letting people know that this is something serious and that they need to be paying attention to. And so, again, I'm trying to develop a sound that's different.
We walk through the open door, never looking for the less or more. You said same and I felt the twin
Trying to create my own space.
broken parts making up a brand new world. Soft flex showing off
The music industry is changing.
more than
There's a lot of
anything
things an artist can do by themselves without the help of other people. But again, those things take time to learn and implement and test to see which works. A lot of managers they behave like lawyers, and they expect the person that they are supposed to work for. All they do is like switch the scenario to make it seem like they're the boss.
Never looking for the less or more.
These are the type of managers that I do not want to work.
Tapping on the glass pane late at night.
As a manager,
with the static light. Chat windows scrolling with a frantic pace. And dimmy snapshots of a digital face.
Some type
You hit
of
the mark with a relatable line. Extremely funny how our orbits align. The humor burns like a chemical flare. Oxygen thin in a high altitude air. That bad
the more money
picture
you make,
tells
the more money they
1,000
make. So if they're not trying to make
clicked and framed beneath
your
electric
money so that they can
skies.
make their
The
money,
resolution drops, but the feeling grows into the space where the frequency goes.
they don't have your best interests in mind. They're just using you to get paid.
Main
While
character
you do all the hard work.
walking a tightrope
They're supposed to do the work.
You and I mirroring the same design. Twin souls
a lot of
caught
people
in a
fail.
single line. The pulse is rising from the basement
Their dreams
floor,
because
giving
people
us
come
everything and asking for
along
more.
as they're growing to leech off that success.
The soft flicks captured in a casual
They
pose,
just
showing
arrive
off scenes
late,
that
you know
nobody
what I mean?
knows. The
They just
luxury of
leech
silence
it.
in a
They
crowded
just
room
use it.
while the satellites watch the flowers bloom. I see the angle that you won't even find between the borders of a restless mind.
Good
but some
managers are the
invitations
ones
get
that are
correlated.
like best friends.
Cast on the
Like,
games
they'll
people
put up
play.
money,
Not interested
food,
in the faded
they'll pay your
routine.
rent, they'll
Lost in the
buy your
pixels
car.
of a flickering screen. The clip
One,
ends
they're already
right where
established
the
as
truth
a
begins.
successful manager. And two,
Ignoring the
they
noise
see
where
you
the
as something
vanity
that's going
spins.
to
This energy is pure gas fueling the fire. Main character
successful.
walking a tightrope
not only
wire.
they're working hard for you to be successful, but within that success, they're going to be successful. So they understand that.
The pulses rising from the basement
So those are the type
floor.
of managers that I'm trying to
Gives
work
me us everything, but asking for more.
with. It's part of the process of knowing who to trust.
This energy is pure gas fueling the fire. Main character walking the tightrope wire. You and I mirroring the same design. Twin souls taught in the same divine. The pulse is rising from the basement floor, giving us everything and asking for more.
Sometimes when people give me advice and they're not even in the field, excuse me, they're not even doing the work that you do, the quality, let alone
fans cutting circles in the heavy heat,
the amount, the quantity of work. They're in a completely different industry, and they're trying to give you advice on how to be successful. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
searching for the
just to find a single
spark.
Nobody asks you.
Like a fever in the hollows, where the blood runs
asks you
and the heavy spirit follows.
How I
Someone rising like a storm above
my
the
brain.
bed, breaking every sentence that was trapped inside my head. It is the pulse within the marrow and the aching in the hand, the only law of nature that we both can understand. You hum a melody that has no name and has no end.
I would appreciate feedback on how to improve the brand. Yeah. If people are down to listen to music,
reasons for the light. I only want the gravity that pulls us through the night.
I don't know.
Your fingers map the territory underneath my ribs.
Hey, the Corvette music is a great
kind of
idea,
language that the daylight never gives.
You say Corvette too much.
Sex on my mind like the fever in the follows, where the blood runs thick and the heavy spirit
Then I might make some adjustments here. That makes sense to me.
Ross and one rising like a storm above the bed, breaking every sentence that was trapped inside my head. It is the pulse within the marrow and the aching in the head, the only law of nature that we both can understand. There is no past tense in the way our bodies fuse. No debts to pay and nothing left for us to lose.
I can't even take any information that you take seriously in the first place.
While you become the mirror where I finally see myself. A primitive religion carved in sweat and velvet grip.
I try to stay in
the
my
taste
lane.
of ancient mysteries upon a moving lip.
And I try not to.
The morning is a rumor that we choose not to
criticize
believe.
other people's work.
With secrets of the fabric of a messy cotton
Or
sleeve.
the methods that they use.
We are the architects of something built to fall apart.
Basically, because we're all trying to.
The heavy architecture of a wild and restless heart. Someone is a frequency the radio forgot. The burning center of the maze within the Gordian knot.
Just feel like they want to give
Sex
you
on my mind like a fever in the hollows, where the blood runs thick and the heavy spirit follows.
It's like
Ross and one riding like a storm above
first you ask yourself
is every sentence that was trapped inside my
is
head.
that what my brain is promoting? Like is this my brain
that we both can understand? Sex on my mind like a fever in the hollows, where the blood runs thick and the heavy spirit follows. Ross and one rising like a storm above the bed, breaking every sentence that was locked inside my head. It is the pulse within the marrow and the aching in the head, the only law of nature that we both can understand. Sex on my mind like a fever in the hollows, where the blood runs thick and the heavy spirit follows.
You're by yourself. You have no time to take advice from people unless they are willing to get their hands dirty with you, because all that all that yapping bullshit, like,
still coffee and concrete. I punch
keep
the
it to
clock
yourself.
before my shadow hits the street. Boston one marked in red on the heavy steel door. Just another
Is it the
cycle on
angle
this
that's
dusty
making my
electric
left
floor. My
chappy?
hands know the sequence better than my own name. Feeding the hunger of a cold mechanical frame. The hum of the turbine is the only song I hear as the daylight starts its slow retreat in the rear.
I need to get all the bases I can.
Counting the secrets that the Iron Mountain keeps. Lost and one
It's like-
is the code that defines my day.
People betray, tend
Watching the golden
to
moment simply melt away. 9 to 5 till the spirit starts to bend. Chasing a horizon
pretend
that
like you
has
know
no
business,
visible
but
end.
business is very, like,
Grind and the grit are the
it's
taxes that I pay just to
like,
buy another
you just
sunrise in
never
the
know.
usual way.
just
9 to 5 is a sentence written in gray. No time to breathe and barely enough time to think. Lost someone flickering
You're
on
gonna
the cracked
grind
edge of the
until
screen. The ghost of a purpose in a Titan machine. The
that
fluorescent
one
flicker burns a
customer
hole in my
comes,
sight.
yeah.
While I trade my vision for a paycheck
That
and the
one
light.
person
The
that takes it
conveyor
to the
belt
next
moves like
level.
a river made of lead. Carrying the hours that I should
that's
have
in
spent in
anything.
bed. Stuck in
Any
the gears of the
industry,
world and there is sleep. Counting the secrets that the Iron Mountain keeps. Lost and one is the code that defines my day.
it's just the dudes you have to pay to grow your business.
9 to 5 till the spirit starts to bend. Just sing the
gotta be
horizon that
willing
has no visible end.
To stand or to sit in front of a camera for long
Just to
hours.
buy another sunrise in the usual way.
absolutely
My boots are
nothing.
heavy with the residue of the task. Behind the safety
Just to
glass, I'm
create
real hollow
content so that
mask.
years
Crossing
later-
one ticking like a bomb inside my chest. A labor that promises but never brings to rest. The foreman stares with eyes like
Just
polished
like years
glass,
later, we
waiting
can
for the minutes of
watch.
the afternoon to pass. We are the fuel for a fire we didn't light. Working through the con until the edges turn to night. Stuck in the years of a world
And wonder
counting
how
the
you made
secrets
it.
of the Iron Mountain keeps. Lost and one was the code that defines my day.
Well,
Since
I'm not there yet,
9 to 5
but I
till the
do
spirit starts to bend.
make
Chasing other minds and that has no visible
decisions
end.
based on the future. I do look ahead.
The grind and the grit buys the taxes
That's
that
the
I
future.
pay just to
I
buy
don't
another
think of myself
sunrise in
in
the
the
usual
present
way.
time
The
as
bell
much.
rings out like a hammer on a bell,
Because
breaking
everything's
the
about
silence of this
planning.
productive
Planning
self.
ahead,
9 to
planning
5 is
ahead.
over, but the weight stays behind. Clinging to the
Planning
corners
ahead
of a tired, weary mind. Lost someone
is the
goes
key
dark
to
as the
be
power shuts
successful,
down.
is
I walk among
planning
the ghost
ahead.
of this productive self. 9 to 5 is over, but the
So-
weight stays behind, clinging to the corners of a tired, weary mind. Lost someone goes dark as the power shuts down. I
I'm
walk
always
among the
thinking in
ghosts
the
of this
future.
industrial town. The street lamps flicker on as I reach for the gate,
Not because
leaving
I'm
me assembling to
delusional,
the hands a bit of
But
fate.
that's just how you
Stuck
have
in the
to
gears of a world and never sleeps, counting the secrets of the Iron Mountain keeps. Lost someone in the code that
make
defines
steps
my
so that
day.
you can achieve your goals.
Launching my golden moment simply melt away. Night is the work till the spirit starts to bend. Chasing
Just
the
because
horizon that has no
nobody is
visible end.
giving you feedback doesn't mean
The grind and the grit are the taxes
to
I
quit,
pay
you
just
know
to
what I
buy another sunrise in the usual
it
way.
takes time, it takes years to get the real feedback that you need in the beginning.
It's a code that defines my day.
It takes years for that return,
9 to
for the
5 till the
universe to
spirit
return.
starts to bend.
It's not
Chasing
instant.
otherwise you can't have no visible
that
end.
law of attraction is not instant. It takes time for it to travel.
Rust and one beats hidden
To-
heavy through the screen.
To whisper
The
in
chat
people's
is moving
ears,
fast
to
like
make
a digital
suggestions
machine.
every year,
Counting
every
numbers
chimney.
in the light. Baby Gronk is stepping up
Santa
into
Claus.
the night. Too much yapping, drowning out the silent sound. Watching Kai while the world is spinning round.
While the world's spinning
Hides among
round.
us in the shadows of the floor. Nonchalant with dread head leaning by the door. Low
By the
taper
door?
fade looking sharp against the wall. Wearing that shiesty just to stand up tall.
Oh,
No one speaks, but the signal stays loud. Lost in the pixels far away from the crowd. Lost in one beats hitting heavy through the screen. The chat is moving fast like a digital
do some
machine.
gym sessions.
Hugs and gap counting numbers
Summer.
in the light. Baby Gronk is stepping
Got
up
my
into
gym
the
membership
night.
last year. Went like 3 times.
Drowning out the silent sound. Watching Kai while the world is spinning round.
I'm also doing
Check the vibes and the motion
boxing
of the
warm-ups,
grid.
you know,
Hiding all the secrets like the
and to get
legends
into like
ever did.
calisthenics, things like that.
One wrong
Get my
move
body
and the crew starts to fade. Living for the moments and the
in shape for the
choices we
summer.
made.
Hey, the winter, I don't work out in the winter,
Cold and the vision
but I like
crystal
working out
clear.
outside
The
in the summer.
phantom in the lobby is the only
It's
thing to
warm.
fear.
I'm a warm person.
One beats hitting heavy to the green. The chat is moving fast like a digital
Get shit
machine.
done on sunny days.
Cousin, yeah, counting numbers in the light. BB Crunk is stepping up into the night.
Nice.
Too much yapping, jolly out the silent sound. Watching Kyle while the world is spinning round.
Watching Kai while the world's spinning around. Yo, what do y'all think happened to Kai, yo? Is it? You know what I think what happened? I think it has to do with LeBron James. His meeting with LeBron James. Kai was like, do I want to be part of this money? This money industry? And I think Kai got something happened to Kai. Now he's in another country, bro. Another continent. He's in Italy. Trying to
Crumbling on the rocks and beats, static hung in the digital streets.
Trying to promote his
screen, put your pulse in the circuitry machine. We hop over the signals, start to break.
his textile business,
that we make.
his clothing line, right? But Kai
White light,
is streaming, like he's been doing streaming. So the next logical step for Kai
the velvet dust.
would have been to go into movies, not
Trust.
textile.
Nonchalant tread in the
So-
zone. Walking through the frequencies alone.
Or he could have got on into music, like
Goes down like a fallen wall.
a
Baby Gronk
low
stands tall
key,
before the fall.
not really like a
Got in the
rapper,
dash
but like
rain.
more of like
Yap until we drown inside the
a streaming
dream.
rap.
Shadows move
Like,
across the
that's-
grid. Hiding what
that's
the
probably
ancient
like a-
servers did.
a new genre, like an internet rapper or a streamer rapper. They're not really rappers, they just put out songs that happen to be hits, you know what I mean? That people want to hear because their community's so big that when they put out music, it just blows up automatically. So for Kai to go to textile instead of music or acting,
calculated silence in the air.
something tells me it's much
measured by the
more.
ink inside the pen. Every vowel is
It's
a colored
much more
spark,
deeper
flashing
than
for a
that.
second in the dark.
It's much more darker than that. Because when you look at Kai's face, when he talks, he's almost not the same. Like he's traumatized. Like something happened traumatic where he's like,
nonchalant choice in the zone.
like
Walking through the frequencies alone.
he's not going back ever to streaming. As if somebody scared him, said something to him. He's like, okay, I'm never going back to streaming. It might be the money, he might be rich, and he's like, you know what? That's his exit route. But it wouldn't make sense. I wonder whose Kai manager is. Because what kind of strategy is that to announce that at the Stream Awards? You know what I mean? About mental health.
Static noise across the optic lens.
Like, is that the medical industry that's pushing Kai to
hollow spark in the circuit fire.
do that? Did he get in trouble for the streams that he did? Where it's like, okay, well, if you do stuff like this, you're gonna get arrested or type of shit. What is it? To me, it seems like he got scared of something like really bad. And I think it happened after Mafia in meeting with LeBron James. I haven't watched those streams or whatever. I'm just not interested. But you can't deny that it didn't happen around that time, because that's after Mafia 3, Mafia 3, the Stream Awards. And matter of fact, Kai won an award for best collaboration with LeBron James during the Stream Awards. So, is this like a business 360 to completely change the direction of Kai's brand to focus on the clothes? Like how many people are really buying Kai's clothes, which look kind of like Kanye shit, to be honest with you. Begin to fall. Little tape of fade beneath the flickering lamp. The air is heavy and the walls are damp. I don't see a desperate search for some relevancy. Treating the soul for a temporary throne. Walking through the valley of the unknown. I saw a documentary or interview or whatever. I didn't see any type of clothes that's like, oh wow, that's a unique Kai thing. We are just another sea of broken code. I mean, it doesn't even look Haitian. Like, Kai's clothing, it's made in Italy, right? Like, why not create something in Haiti? Or a school in Haiti rather than Nigeria or Africa, or a factory in Haiti where they make his clothing line. Like, but at the same time, stream it like the making of a dream that was never really there. His textile branding, but the way he's going about it, it just seems like he's been traumatized by the streaming industry, which is basically the movie industry, because it's all this little stream to grab people's attention. And there's competition, I guess. When there's money to be made, when you can monetize somebody's attention, like movies, the news, television, streaming, internet, things like that. The clock is ticking, but it won't get back. Wasting hours on a holiday. When you spend time watching things, feeding the fever of a fake machine, they can monetize that. So someone like Kai, who's that big, I think he might have maybe intimidate him to stop streaming something like that. Or maybe like, okay, well, you stream this way, or you're gonna stream our way from now on, or you quit type of thing. And I think Kai had like a choice to do something like that, to switch him. Alright, I'm finished with the stream. I mean, definitely put a lot of work. Like, I watched some of his streams. Him with Speed too. But what he did was doing the Elder Ring streams where he was trying to beat the game or whatever. You know, it takes a lot of time and dedication to like really be in front of the camera and to deal with the shit that people say to you. Obviously he's not reading chat, but he's reading like maybe he's like top 10 subscribers or something like that. Maybe. Like a group chat or whatever. Stepping out into the open air. with mods or whatever. You probably just reading mod Texas. I found it so strange. Either it's a publicity thing to come back with something bigger or whatever. But the way he looks changed. Like somebody like came to him and kind of intimidated him, like, okay, you stop streaming or do something else, or something bad will happen.
Quality speaks when the noise dies down.
Like, as a business strategy to change like that, I just don't get it.
Has begun to clear, leaving the ghost of a desperate fear. The fake belief was a temporary wall. Now I am ready to stand for it all.
Oh, that was also the time he was going through something with his ex-girlfriend too, I believe. Like all that was at the same time. But Kai with Kevin Hart, I think Kai and Kevin Hart should have been the best collab, and I think Kevin Hart should probably, or maybe that was the Hollywood that Kai didn't want to get involved with. But Kai looks like more of a Kevin Hart little brother type of thing. Like he could have made a movie with Kevin Hart to introduce him to the movie industry, you know what I mean? Because Kai's already an actor. He's on the webcam. It's a camera. He's acting. Like all these streamers, they're just actors.
Before the blue light made us all come undone.
So to make the drastic change to the textile industry, the textile industry is like a passive. You don't really stop what you're doing to go to textile. You just have a designer put out stuff under your name, and that's it. You're not designing it yourself. Like he's not. Like maybe Kanye might design himself. Like there's people who design clothes that have talent.
No need for the noise or the crowded streets.
I don't think Kai is that designer.
Feet pressed heavy on the solid ground. This is the
stuff looks more like Kanye stuff anyway.
Polishing the spirit's raping off the lust.
Either I predict that Kai's gonna come back with a movie, something big like that. Like it's just a sidestep distraction to make people believe he's not coming back, or he really got shook by something.
Pressed heavy on the froward ground. Expensive silence in a tailor-made coat. While the internet screams at the typoid's throat. Simple textures of a life well lived. Taking back the focus that we used to give. No more rot in the corridor to stop. Buying back the freedom that can never be bought.
Did I eat mine?
The moment is the anger. The moment is the prize. Seeing the horizon with unclouded eyes.
The
fog is retreating, the mirror
I woke up for 2 hours.
Stepping out from the basement of last year,
just to test or whatever.
A personal bloom in a garden of screens.
We'll go for another
waking ape from the
17 minutes, 16 minutes.
Dreams. This is the glow rising from the dust. Polishing the spirit sweeping off for us. It is anti-mid gold on a world of clay. The kind of absence that takes the breath away. Quiet luxury, in the way the pulse beats. No need for the noise or the crowded streets. Let the Zudu is over, the Soduvu is found. Feet pressed heavy on the solid ground. This is the blood rising from the dust. Polishing the spirit scraping off the rust. It is anti-knit gold in a world of gray. The kind of excellence that takes the path to lay. Quiet
Stay tuned for more music like
my
this.
way to plus beats. No need
Stay
for
tuned for more.
noise or the crowded streets.
Stream test.
Voodoo is over, the soul do is
I know I have to get another
feet
PC to
pressed
stream.
heavy on the solid
I don't
ground.
need like another camera. Then by that time I will be practicing on this.
To the scene when I attend the function. I am focused on the prize with a deep connection. Arctic
This-
moment while the world is spinning fast. Ignoring every shadow that was built to never last. Pygmy girl is crying out to get some attention. She
Is
is
I have
so annoying
more
and desperate
computer
for
at the moment.
attention.
I have one
But I keep
powerful
my vision
computer.
on the path that I have made. Watching all
It's
the colors
still-
of the ordinary fade. In the chat, they are sending me the truth.
still too
in a
congested,
lie.
you know.
Relatable thoughts that are genuinely
This
divine.
particular streaming software is very congested. It's a lot of stress on the GPU and CPU. On top of like video game, on top of the DJ software that I'm using.
Everything is gas when we
Just
own
too
the
much.
cold night. The main character energy is flowing.
That's why
in
most
my
streamers
veins.
use two PCs to
Confidence is
stream.
breaking all the heavy iron chains. A bad picture captures what the eyes cannot see.
So stay tuned for that.
Clip of a life that was meant
I'm
to
not
be
done with
free.
the
No perfection
stream
needed in
test.
the frames of the soul.
Production
Being
quality is not there
unapologetic
yet,
is
so
the ultimate goal.
I don't really
Locked
consider
in the
myself
frequency
streaming yet.
of a
To
brand
be
new
honest with you, I'm
day.
just like
The annoying static
waiting for
starts
feedback.
to wither away. I am focused on the movement of a heart in sync, finding all the answers in a solitary blink. Chat is overflowing with the wit and the heat. Relatable stories from the dust of the street. Wood is giving the feeling that we finally arrived, knowing
I
that the
think
spirit
I'll-
has officially died.
excuse me.
In the chat, they are sending me the
Little
truth in
burpee.
a line.
I think I'll
Relatable
do like
thoughts that are
2 hours or
genuinely
less.
divine.
Like 2-hour streams with camera and mic or less. Anything more than that will be most likely maybe gameplay for like 3 to 4 hours. And eventually I'll have a lot of lag issues where the gameplay is just not even watchable. So I don't think I'll be able to stream live gameplays anymore until I get some PC or play it, record it offline, and then post it as a video. I can still do that too, but it's kind of more efficient to live stream content to pre-record it and upload it. It's more time to
Main character energy is flowing in
less
my
time to
veins.
record.
Confidence is breaking over
So
heavy
again,
iron
the 2 PC
chains.
setup is the solution, but that's months from now. Right now I'm just still, you know, making small content so that people know that this is what I'll be doing. This is what they'll be seeing for a while. And they're welcome to join.
The Russell one post kicks,
You know, stop by, say hi, ask a question.
Living in a fever dream that you bought online.
You know,
Actually,
build a community basically.
It's
So
fine. Now found screaming at a blank white screen.
tell them 12 minutes. Alright, 12 minutes left.
Amnesia, wiping out the year. A forgotten post is the only thing we fear. Doing the most just to stay in the light.
Once I get the quality,
Ended up ghosted in the middle
everything is
of
all
the
set the
night.
way I like it.
That is fire burning
Hopefully
in
by
a
the end of
cold
this
glass
year.
cage. Just another scribble on a ruined page.
See, it's time for me to go to sleep. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. So,
Cringy emotions in a whimsy frame. You keep swapping faces, but you keep
I
a
guess I can
name.
keep talking until
Trash
the
mobs
ends.
gathering at the garden gate. Fake friends smiling while I calculate the hate. A plastic parade on a hollow street, waiting for a shadow that you will never meet.
That's another thing I'm trying to practice doing, is kind of just talk, say nothing, but also not losing my train of thoughts. Because I hear the music in the background. I'm trying not to like
The hunger for dimension never ever
bump my head
ceases.
with the music.
You trade your soul for a fleeting thumb until your brain is empty and your heart is numb. Check the feed for a ghost of a trace, but the timeline moved to a different place. Whimsy spirits and ingrained you dance. You never really stood a single ghost of a chance. The raw when rhythm is a heavy sound. Watching all the trash mobs underground. Instagram ninja wiping out the year. A forgotten post is the only thing you feel. Doing the most just to
Need to
stay in the light.
stretch.
But you ended up ghosted
Any
in
one of
the
those
middle of the
bars
night.
and-
That is fire burning in a cold glass cage. Just another scribble on
Just
a
hang like a
page.
pirate.
Delete the history and hide the shame. Nobody remembers why you even came. Delulu visions in a broken jar. You try to reach out for a painted star. The fire's out and the screen is black. There is no road that is leading you back. Delulu visions in a broken jar. You try to reach out for a painted star. The fire's out and the screen is black. There is no road that is leading you back. Instagram needs you wiping out the year. A forgotten post.
2 hour
is the
stream,
only
5
thing you
minutes.
fear. Doing the most just to stay
I'm gonna
in the light.
review it.
But you ended up ghosted in the
Just to
middle
see,
of
like,
the night. That is
what the hell I was
fire
talking
burning
about.
in a cold glass cage. Blessed another scribble.
But also
on a
review the
ruined page.
quality, the music levels.
Doing the
Hopefully
most
the music's
just
not
to
too
stay
loud
in the
right
light. But you ended up ghosted in the middle of the night.
now. Ideally, this might be the level for music and talking.
Fire burning in a cold glass
But
cage.
hopefully you got to
Just
hear some of
another
the stuff that I was
scribble on
saying.
a ruined page. Heavy metal vibration shaking up the concrete floor. The engine starts to growl behind the velvet door.
Here's a cover, like
I
a
see the silver
plastic.
lining on the diamond ring. The way the system poses makes the children sing. They used to call it magic, now they call it power.
I love the cover just as much as the
1,000
actual
volts of lightning in the midnight
equipment.
hour.
because
The frequency is climbing past
when I sit in a
the
chair,
horizon.
it hurts because I'm a tall guy.
A brand new kind of
6'4".
monster that the world is pricing.
As you can see, the chair is under my chin, and most people out there getting a chair like this or something. So I tend to slouch a lot in my chair.
Running through the wires like a liquid stream. Sex and the thunder of the modern age. Writing every chapter on a golden page. Ross and one
This is kind of up close
Ross and one
with the mic.
on the beat. Chrome-plated feathers on a digital bird. The loudest silence that you ever heard. Muscle and machinery collide in the dark, searching for the friction and the holy spark. Underneath the surface where the currents flow, the spirit starts to flicker and the embers glow. The king is in the basement with the heavy hands, carving out his legacy in shifting sands.
Playing on one
Ross
track.
and one on the beat. Ross and one
Outside.
on the beat. The primal motion feeling like a fever dream. Running through the wires like a liquid stream. Sex and
Instead of switching like this,
of the modern age. Writing every chapter on
visually
a
this looks
golden page.
symmetrical,
Ross and one
but
on the
I feel like it's
beat.
impractical. I feel like this is more practical.
On the beat.
I feel like I have the same dexterity doing this. So I'm gonna learn how to cut on this.
On the beat.
Left hand on the turntables, right hand on the fader, versus this, where I switch it up. I'd rather keep it consistent with the right hand on the fader. Let's see if we do a cut like this.
The sheets are heavy with the scent of long hours.
Etc., etc.
Breath across the white expanse, moving like shadows through the dust of afternoon. The quiet violence of a clock
6 more minutes.
Your fingers tracing the map of my wood stars.
6 more minutes, then I'll cut the stream, and then I'll basically watch it offline. Finish this, and then probably go to bed.
This is the only truth the body knows to count. The holy collision where the spirit starts to crack. We are the thirst and the well and the rising tide. Stripped of the names they gave us at the gate, a fever dream that localizes in the blood. The light is peeling back the paint upon the wall. Gravity is just a theory we are disproving now. No talk of forever, just the immediate sting. The way the pulse dictates the shape of the room. Everything else is a rumor from a distant town, while we are here becoming a single knot of heat. The silence is a weight we carry together until the friction sets the oxygen on fire. One sharp intake of the world passing by. This is the only truth the body knows to tell. The holy collision where the spirit starts to track.
Can't wait to learn this song.
We are the thirst and the well and the rising tide.
Rise because
Stripped of the names they gave us at the gate. A fever dream that localizes in the blood.
fever localizes in the blood. I kind of see this as like a Broadway type of song, like on stage with like background with some fog and stuff. And this is the that type of thing in like dramatic. Let's see if I can. Got it. Take out the drums. Back. Put the bass out. Bring the bass back in. Take out the melody. Bring it back. Alright, I'm gonna make 16 beat loop. it's fire. I can't wait to do cuts on this thing. Inshallah. Cut it like dip. With like some vocals, like a conversation, people talking, and I'll just cut the conversation, just cut the word. Like, I'm not trying to do too much, just like little baby cuts, maybe chirps. Don't need to be too much. Like DJ Premier, he cuts like this with the volume fader. And I realized, I was like, wait a minute. He's just cutting with the volume fader. He's not cutting with the crossfader. He just cuts vocals with the volume fader up and down. I was like, wait a minute. If DJ Premier cuts like that, that's all I need to do. That's all I need to do. All I need to do is learn how to cut like DJ Premier. That's all I care about. That's all I care about. Because all that fancy stuff that comes years later on. But cutting like DJ Premier, like I could do that like less than a year. By the end of the year, that's my goal. Cut it like not completely DJ Premier, but like learning the basic cutting of words like DJ Premier. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Yeah, just need to cut a few words like yep, right. Just basic cutting in rhythm. All right, I'm gonna let the loop go.
Ross M1 kicks the metal door down. The screen flickers in a vacant town. Chat scrolling fast like a digital vein. Looking for the hugs in a world of rain. Mama saw the shadow leaning near. A girl behind you whispering fear.
Ooh. Alright, y'all. Thanks for watching. Until next time.
Ross M1 kicks the metal door down. The screen flickers in a vacant town. Chat scrolling fast like a digital vein. Looking for the hugs in a world of rain. Mama saw the shadow leaning near. A girl behind you whispering fear. Raise your ya to the ceiling beam. Waking up the ghost inside the machine. K-pop demon hunters on a neon spree. Slay the illusions that you want to be. Raise your ya through static haze. Lost in the glow of the streaming maze. K-pop demon hunters cutting through the lie. Slay the reflections in a frantic eye. Lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Hyperpigmentation on a plastic face. Rage baiting cycles in a hollow space. Gifted selves remaining like synthetic gold. Stories of the bored and the uncontrolled. Lit, burning in the wide
That guitar
dark.
keeps coming in like
That is wild, screaming for a single
reacting to
spark.
everything.
Flex up high until the mirrors crack. Show off the scars that you can't take back. K-pop demon hunters, my neon spree.
Guitar just instigating shit, bro. Instigating shit.
Lay Raise your yeah through a static haze. Lost in the glow of the streaming maze. K-pop demon hunters cutting through the light. Slay the reflections in a frantic buy. Lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Ross and Born counting every pulse. Nothing is real but the sharpened pulse. Slices up the power in a jagged line. Show off the glitch in the grand design. Where are the HUDs when the signal dies? Searching for the truth in the scripted cries. K-pop demon hunters on their neon spree. Slay the illusions that you want to me. Raise your yeah through the static haze. Lost in the glow of the streaming maze. K-pop demon hunters cutting through the lie. Slays the reflection to the frantic eye. Lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you. Hyperpigmentation blurring out the frame. Rage baiting addicts to a curated name. Gifted subs buying up a moment of grace. Lit across an aimless place. That is wild how the hunter becomes the prey.
That is wild.
Slay the routine of a pixelated day. Mama warns the spirit, but the spirit stays. Lost in the rhythm of the yaya that craze. Lit across a nameless place. That is wild how the hunter becomes the prey. Slay the routine of a pixelated day. Mama warns the spirit, but the spirit stays. Lost in the rhythm of the yaya craze. The girl behind you overshots a nameless place. The aimless prey. I'll reach and forget time phone you do yes. K-pop demon hunter going through the lie. Limo swaying the reflections in a frantic eye. Nigga lit till the vision turns blue. The girl behind is looking just like you.
All right, y'all. Peace. Till next time.